They take a long weekend away from the kids again. They want a medal or a cookie for that. They're putting out an interview about that and putting down the family again, the one that they depend on for their titles. It just never stops with these two. If they're so happy and they did such a great job on this tour like they're claiming, then why do they need to circle back and do things like this and put in these digs toward the royal family? Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. I am so glad you're here. You guys, we have to talk. New article is out where these two, not the two in the picture here, but Patty McPoutface here and then this one, are trying to convince us that they're happy. You know what screams happy? Trying to convince people that you're happy. But we have so much to talk about, and here with us is my happiness expert, my other half, because how could he not be happy when he's married to me? Everybody say hello to Jay. Jay, honk it, everybody, will you? Show us your honkers.
I'm so happy. Honk, honk. Hey, everybody, it's Jay, also known as Dr. Bad Vibes. You can find me on YouTube as under the same name, or Dr. Bad Vibes Speaks if you like things that aren't video games. But if you do like video games, find me on Twitch as well. But right now, you can find me here talking about more of their whatever nonsense.
Jay, let me ask you, when you're happiest with me, which is most of the time, right? Don't we look like this in our car rides?
Yeah, I feel that happiness is best expressed with the middle finger in each other's face. That's about what we have here.
That's right.
Oh my God. I don't remember that one. Yeah, they look
Super happy.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Let's see how happy they are.
That's right. They claim to be the mental health experts, right? By talking mental health all the time and talking down to us little people. So why not be the happiness experts with photos like these? What's all this happiness talk? Well, it's coming out from Daily Mail. Meghan Markle insists that she and Prince Harry are really happy. Again, when you have to insist that you're really happy, you're probably not really happy. Plus, they don't tell the truth about anything. And they're doing great, in case anybody was wondering. As they watch their family grow up and evolve, and gushing interview with American Magazine after really meaningful trip to Nigeria. I have so much to go over with you all. I really wanted to bring Jay in here with this so we can talk about how ridiculous even the title of this article is. They continue to gaslight us by showing us the complete opposite than what their words are saying. And the other thing that I immediately have to point out that struck me so weird and what initially got my attention is watching their family grow up. I find that so odd. Jay, we are the parents of a Gosling. Would you say that you're watching her grow up, or would you say that we're smack dab in the middle of the chaos that is raising her?
Yeah, I thought that was a very odd choice of words. Very passive. Mm-hmm. Like literally watching, not being a part of what is happening. That is never how I would describe it. We're around the kid all the time.
Every day.
Like a lot. I mean, we both work at home, so I mean, it's like when she's home, like she's around one of us. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if I would ever describe it as watching. It's
no.
I don't know how I would describe it, but that's not how that would come to mind.
We're in the thick of it. We are actively raising our child. To say watching sounds to me like maybe perhaps a nanny or 10 are raising them. Yeah, watching just doesn't imply, it's more passive than raising.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to watch her grow up.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Meghan Markle has insisted she and her husband, Prince Harry, are really happy and doing great while watching our family grow up and evolve. The girl spoke about her joy during the couple's 3-day trip to Nigeria last week as they raised children, Prince Archie 5 and Princess Lilibet 2. Meghan, 42, question mark, told People magazine, we're just doing great and happy to be watching our family grow up and evolve. Of course I'm happy. We're really happy. I don't know what I forget what her voice is. That's what it is.
It's way more faux sexy than that. Let me try this. We're doing just great. I'm full of pretentiousness and I'm breathy. We're happy to be watching our family grow up and evolve. You have to be way more pretentious. But just that, we're happy to watch our family grow up. Maybe I'm splitting hairs. I don't care. As again, if you've been called out over and over and over again about being absentee parents, in fact, scheduling a trip away from your children on Mother's Day, you think you'd pick better way to describe it than just, I see that they're growing up. That's something that somebody, a distant cousin would say from the Christmas cards they get every year, not from the parents.
Exactly. It's like Harry shows up and he's like, "Oh, wow, you've grown so much in the year and a half that I haven't noticed you." I mean, yeah, we may be splitting hairs on the, the watching, but still, like you said, if you've been called out repeatedly and, you say things like that, and the biggest thing is scheduling a trip like this over Mother's Day.
Yes.
I said in one of the other videos, I doubt Nigeria was like, you can only come on this weekend. It's the only, all the flights are booked otherwise. I'm sure if they said, hey, could we go a week before or after, they'd be like, oh, okay. But yeah, it's just so weird they picked Mother's Day to do this. Mm-hmm. And then to talk about how great parents they are. I'm constantly puzzled.
Yeah. Well, okay, as an aficionado on this stuff, and it's frightening that I can say that, are you aware that they publicly talk about how Harry has missed more of Archie's birthdays than he hasn't, if that makes sense, if I'm saying that correctly? Every year you can trace back to some event he's got on what is supposed to be Archie's birthday. I have my doubts if that's actually the Archie's birthday because I don't believe anything they say, but if you can believe that's his birthday, Harold has been photographed elsewhere every year on the day. And Meghan sometimes too, but mostly Harold on that one. So again, weird things happening around the kids, and yet they're here telling us to their favorite rag, People magazine, we're great parents. We're very happy. Like, okay, you want me to think you're not a great parent? Brag that you're a great parent.
This is probably life advice that we've all heard at some point. I can definitely remember my grandparents saying and my parents saying, if somebody has to tell you how nice they are or how smart they are or how much money they have, they probably aren't or don't have any of that. Yes. So that's a very odd stance to take. It's very similar to people online like Facebook, like couples that, post about how great everything is when they're like fighting horribly in the background. Maybe what if somebody were to take that and do it on a national stage through photographs and tabloids? What would that be like?
She also described the tour, my ass, it's not a tour, it's a vacation, as really meaningful, saying such trips were about us being able to go out and focus on things that mean so much to us. So again, not the kids. Taking vacations without them means so much to us. And Harry added, oh, Jay, can you be Harry, please?
You know what Africa means to me over the years. It is a very, very special place. And to be able to include Nigeria now, I'm very happy.
Wait. So did he not include Nigeria and Africa before? Is that what he's saying?
I guess places they visited, but I get what you're saying. Yours makes more sense.
Yeah.
First of all, excellent voice, Harry. No, excellent voice, Jay. Terrible voice, Harry. But but no, all jokes aside, I want to point this out. So here is this idiot saying that Africa means to, what Africa means to me over the years. No, Harry, we don't know what Africa means to you because you still are not speaking out about the parks. I'm banging my head against the keyboard, and I know you guys are too. And all of us are screaming about these parks, and he's still not saying a word. But do you see what he's doing? He's trying to change the search stuff. So that way when you search Harry, Africa, that's a weird sentence, but you know what I'm saying, Harry, Africa, parks and stuff, they're hoping that this stuff will pop up about his love for Africa instead of actually speaking out about the atrocities and answering why he didn't do a damn thing when he was in a position to do so and still refuses to help. And oh my goodness, did you read the next sentence? Sources, you know what that means, either Meghan or Plastic Man, Close to those two also insisted the tour between last Friday and Sunday was not intended to highlight any perceived gaps in the royal family's workload. So let me break that down for you. Sources, so I'm guessing Meghan, Harry, or one of their people, close to those two, they're pretending like they have people that are close to them, insisted that means they insisted that it get into the press, that the tour, they're calling it a tour, it's not a tour, it's a vacation, between last Friday and Sunday. I like that they're pretending like that's a long weekend, you pricks. And then they go on to say, was not intended to highlight, which means right now they are intending to highlight any perceived gaps in the royal family's workload.
I mean, I guess when you only work an hour a week, a 3-day weekend is a perceived tour, but, if you extrapolate. So that's a very passive-aggressive way to get that out there. Like,
Ooh, look how much we're doing.
all joking aside, that's a real shitbag quote. Like, why would you say that?
Really is. It's not even passive aggressive anymore. It's just straight up aggressive. They take a long weekend away from the kids again. They want a medal or a cookie for that. They're putting out an interview about that and putting down the family again, the one that they depend on for their titles. It just never stops with these two. If they're so happy and they did such a great job on this tour like they're claiming, then why do they need to circle back and do things like this and put in these digs toward the royal family? Meghan's positive outlook is in stark contrast to how she previously described struggling before stepping down. You know what? No, this is not a positive outlook. The people writing this are not looking at this like we are. They're not digging. They're not seeing. It's not even hard to see that she's straight up, again, using this opportunity to bash the royal family, to put them down and to build she and has no balls up. So the article continues on and it goes into, again, it all references back to this People magazine article. I will not give them the clicks because they are straight in the pocket of Harry and Meghan, on the payroll, in my opinion. So again, I go back to this Daily Mail article and I point you back to the headline of this thing because nowhere in this article do I see that they're really happy and doing great. It's quite the opposite. And again, it's a case of their words and their actions never match each other. Always at odds. I mean, it's just continued, I don't know what the word is anymore. Hypocrisy, unbelievable, preaching while they're doing the opposite. Who cares at this point? It's just wild to see. And again, taking swings and digs at the royal family while doing this. They, like Jay said, I think you made such a good point. They're sitting here bashing the royal family, pretending like they're not doing anything. Well, they kind of have some stuff going on. And also, you guys couldn't even hack it with them. 72 engagements, whatever that number was, and that's it. And again, that includes things like polo matches and like that ridiculous, did you know that Meghan does voice work? That kind of stuff. So they're trying to use that as their royal family service time, right? And yet they're saying that basically they did more. They couldn't stay with them. They couldn't hack it. And thank God for small miracles, right? That they did step away. But it's just incredible that because they couldn't keep up and they couldn't do it and they were complaining and being spoiled brats, they're trying to take down the royal family because they're spoiled, entitled, selfish monsters. I don't know.
Well, there we have it. We've come full circle. They are the Facebook people that project perfection and the opposite of what reality is, just on an international stage, but with something different than Facebook, the international media, tabloids, People magazine, whatever. So, yeah, they have no right to claim anything, especially doing more work than anybody. I'm sure Princess Anne is just like, what?
Yeah. But more regal.
But yeah, probably a little more articulate than that, but you get the gist. So anyways, if you want to hear me say more inarticulate things, check me out at Dr. Bad Vibes Speaks on YouTube. And if you like old video games or just like watching me live stream, check me out at Dr. Bad Vibes, also on YouTube and Twitch. I generally simul stream, and you can check out my channel. The Speaks channel's the new one, so if you haven't checked it out, please consider that. I appreciate everybody for all the support. It's actually gaining some traction now, so I'm trying to have a daily video at this point. So,
Yay.
go me.
Go you.
I'm working more than an hour a week now.
And you're finding time to parent our Gosling. What in the world? It's so fun to watch her grow up. Piss off.
Leave me alone, kid. I'm talking about this other kid with a bedroom full of bees. Not really. No, I usually, well, depend if it's appropriate, I'll let her see the story, and sometimes we'll watch the video together after the fact, and she laughs, or she's like, "What?"
She's now asking for an emotional support alligator because that was a thing that he covered. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, sorry to yell into the mic, but I can't help it. These two are just so painfully awful and stupid, and as they continue to do awful, stupid things, I will continue to call out the awful, stupid behavior. As always, my biggest thank you to all of you for being here, for supporting the channel. It just means so much to us. It really does. Yeah, you can always find me here, of course. You can find me. I do have that travel channel. It's at Goose Adventure. It's just called Goose Adventures. You can find it here on my main channel, like the link to it. So check that out if you haven't already. I do encourage you to please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow that channel as I can. I'm hoping to add more videos soon to that. You can always support the channel by checking out the merch. We got Recollections May Vary, Drunk Goose Club, honk honk everyone, and Not Bloody Likely, speaking of Princess Anne. And of course, we have Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where we get the bonus episodes, the extra deep dive, stuff like that. Thank you guys, as always, for being here. Thank you for being so lovely.
Psst. Hey, everybody. I've got a secret. I stole the mic from Jen. It's her birthday on May 27th. She didn't want to do much, but I'm here to say let's do a lot. So how about we all give her comments and honks and emojis and stuff in the comment section and pump her up for her birthday, and then we can all eat cake.